Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and oh, this is so beautiful. I've been wanting to cover this one for at least since yesterday. There's just been so much news. This is a big one, though. Look at this headline. One of Peru's largest banks will utilize XRP for cross-border payments. The ripple effect. So I'm going to get into that. I've got a number of tweets from David Schwartz. That's Ripple's CTO, co-creator of the XRP ledger. He's talking about getting drunk on rum, and yes, quite literally, and also Stellar. Yes, XLM, Lumens. And then I'll wrap up the video with this article, unrelated, from Cointelegraph. It's titled Backed Bitcoin Futures Daily Trading Volume Hits New Record, $15 million. How about that? So backed, slow start, and not down and out. As I stated, I think that if I had to guess, and of course no insider knowledge here whatsoever, I think it's going to be just fine and probably be here for the long haul. But anyway, before we get going here, if you would please delicately tap that like button and go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, and I will love you long time. Probably shouldn't have said that. All right, into the content. So take a look at this. This is my Twitter page. And I tweeted this out, so it's the story from Daily Hodl about one of Peru's largest banks utilizing XRP. And here's what I tweeted out. Banks will never use XRP. And that's a quote from Bitcoin maximalists everywhere. And then I put about 11 billion smiley laughy faces right there, which really wasn't enough. I should have done like 12 billion or something like that. But yeah, nonetheless, there we are. I had to put that out into the universe. So let's go ahead and dig in here. Banco Internacional del Peru, commonly known as Interbank, says it's switching from Ripple's payment messaging system Xcurrent to the company's XRP-powered payment product called On-Demand Liquidity, ODL. Interbank's blockchain specialist Josie Mantilla made the announcement at Ripple Swell conference in Singapore. Would you believe for a moment when I was initially reading the story earlier today, I was like, Josie Mantilla. And then I was like, that's not right. You know, I don't go to Qdoba and order a quesadilla, but I guess I could. But anyway, here's a quote now. In Peru, we started thinking about cryptocurrencies when they first started appearing in the U.S. The bank has done a great job trying to attract talent that is really focused on innovation, and we have an innovation lab inside the bank. Ooh, innovation lab. That is fancy sounded. So we work as a team that is allowed to fail and try different things. And we started working with Xcurrent in that way. And now, after a year of working with Xcurrent, we have decided to move forward this year and use the cryptocurrency to do our transactions. Well, how about that? I'll be gosh darned, hell froze over. Banks using XRP. How about that? Now, this article did get one thing wrong at the top. It's a little thing, but facts are facts, right? So, how did they word this? So they stated that Interbank will be switching from Ripple's payment messaging system Xcurrent to the company's XRP-powered payment product on-demand liquidity. Well, actually, two things, technically. It's no longer called Xcurrent, it's just broadly known as RippleNet, which encompasses all of the technology. But they're not switching away from the payment portion. They're still utilizing that. Payments and settlements are indeed separate, but this author just happened to not know it. Not the end of the world, but there's worse things that they could get wrong, like conflating Ripple and XRP as if they were the same thing, when indeed they are not. That really grinds my gears when people do that. You know that. But anyway, yeah, so they're just adding on-demand liquidity to what they're already getting from Ripple. Anyway, on-demand liquidity, formerly known as XRapid, is designed to use Ripple's native cryptocurrency. Now that does grind my gears right there and steams my vegetables. That's absolutely not the right way to word that. Ripple does not have a native cryptocurrency. Ripple is just it's a fintech company, startup in San Francisco. That's it. XRP is a decentralized cryptocurrency. Not rocket science, right? I'll just read it as they wrote it. Crypto media. Anyway, on-demand liquidity, formerly known as XRapid, is designed to use Ripple's native cryptocurrency, XRP, as a bridge between two fiat currencies. Ripple says that since the product's launch in October of 2018, 24 of its 300-plus clients have signed up to use on-demand liquidity. Mantilla says the company's focus on new technologies is born out of necessity due to increasing innovation in Latin America's cross-border payments infrastructure. Here's another quote now. The need that we have found is both our products of either corporate payments or just remittances are outdated. We're not being competitive in the market anymore. There are so many fintechs, especially coming from Brazil or from the U.S. itself, that are targeting Peru as one of their next steps to flourish. Interbank is one of the largest banks in Peru, according to the Corporate Financial Institute, CFI. Okay, so imagine this. So imagine that you're a competitor of this bank in terms of remittances through the specific quarters in which they're utilizing XRP. If you're a competitor to Interbank, you better be a little bit concerned if you're not hopping on board with this. And that's why I'm telling you, the rate at which, I'm not saying it's going to crazily snowball, but the rate at which adoption for this technology increases should increase exponentially. That's my take on this. But you're not going to be able to compete. Look at the amount of expenses being removed. We know that the blend of what was formerly known as XCurrent and XRapid would save upwards of 60% or something like that. And it kind of does again depend on the corridor and how much friction there is. But even so, I'm just saying if you're knocking out all that middle management no longer necessary and saving all that money, it's just you can't compete in those corridors unless you're utilizing this technology as well. So just wait for it. I know. We want this all to happen faster, but all good things in time. It is coming. There will be an onslaught of banks eventually using on-demand liquidity from Ripple, utilizing XRP. All right, next, take a look at this. Here's a number of tweets from David Schwartz. Here's the first one. He writes, we had so much fun making this video. Swell by Ripple is over for now. I'm off to Tokyo. And if you're not driving, you can take a look at the video clip playing in the background. And it's just a bunch of David Schwartz. And I don't know what they did to create that. It's a snazzy little trick, but just tons of David Schwartzes hanging out doing various things. That's a lot of awesomeness right there. Anyway, and so then Bull Run Wonka responded, "We is you." ? I don't really know what that means. And then John Ripple responded, "No fun here at 25 cents. Now check this out. David Schwartz responded to that tweet, "No fun here at 25 cents. And he wrote, "Too bad XRP is decentralized, or someone could just burn half the supply and raise the price to 29 cents. Which is an obvious slam at Stellar Foundation, XLM Lumens. That makes me chuckle anyway. And so then down here, let me go a little bit further. Okay, and then Jed McCaleb. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't notice that. This isn't... Okay. I guess that is the Jed McCaleb. I didn't realize I wasn't following. Okay, 28,500 followers. Sure, why not? Anyway, so Jed responded, "WTF are you talking about? Ripple Labs can burn half the XRP supply." David Schwartz responded, "Thanks. I'll keep that in mind if we ever find that nothing we're doing is working." That's a lot more meaningful now that I realize that's Jed McCaleb that he was responding to. I just did not read the name when I was reading the thread earlier. I read the tweets and I didn't read the name until just. I'm really glad I caught that. That's what he responded. That makes this even better. This is, you know what? You absolutely have to delicately tap the like button now. This is awesomeness right here, and you are welcome. All right, this is great stuff. Anyway, and then somebody named Crypto E wrote in response to David Schwartz, "Go home, David Schwartz. You're drunk." I like that. That's fun to say that to people. Anyway, David Schwartz responded to that, "I was," as in he was drunk, "after the rum tasting 2 days ago." And indeed, he's referencing there was a little rum tasting for the XRP community that Ripple hosted for the XRP community members that they invited overseas to Singapore to swell. So anyway, I was after the rum tasting 2 days ago. The pineapple rum and the dark rums were delicious, but the clear rums were like grass and paint thinner. Yummy. Yummy. Oh, and Brad Kimes responded to that. Agreed, David Schwartz, because he was out there too. That fellow XRP YouTuber, Brad Kimes, responded. Agreed, David Schwartz. One of those clear rums seemed like it was good for old school Civil War amputations. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that, Brad. Well played. All right, and then next here, this is just in response. This is a different thread. I'm not going to read the first two tweets here. It doesn't matter. It was about XLM. And then, so he's talking about how he feels strongly. So David Schwartz, right? I do feel strongly about it, referencing again the half of XLM going away. It indicates they don't take things seriously and have no problem turning on a dime for their own benefit with no community warning/input. It's also another thing, giveaways, they said they'd do differently from us that they changed to copying us on. Well, how about that? Tell me how you really feel, David Schwartz. I'll tell you what, I love David Schwartz. This is like, to be honest, and this is not a critique, I'm just stating something. This is the feistiest I've ever seen him, and I kind of like it. All right. Anyway, next, this is from Cointelegraph. Backed Bitcoin futures Daily trading volume hits new record, $15 million. Bitcoin futures daily volumes on digital asset platform Bakkt have hit a new all-time high, with 1,741 futures traded on November 9th. Bakkt announced the new record, stating, quote, "Today we set a new record of 1,756 Bakkt Bitcoin futures contracts traded." Okay, I just noted, this is Crypto Media, so 1,756, that's from the quote. And then if you look up here, Crypto Media, thank you, wrote 1,741. Now, I'm not some sort of math wizard, but I think those are different numbers. Go home, Cointelegraph, you're drunk. Twitter account dedicated to Bakkt futures trading volume data, Bakkt Volume Bot, also pointed out the development on November 8th. Additionally, the daily volume of 1,741, which is about $15.5 million, represents a 109% increase over the 834 contracts traded the day before, with each contract being equivalent to 1 Bitcoin. The new record volume coincides with a sharp Bitcoin price decrease, falling under $9,000. The last reported Bakkt contract trading price as a press time was $8,895. Then they're going to talk about the rise in volume over month. So, yeah, as I had stated, I never thought that this was just some sort of like bunk thing. To me, I always suspected that this would increase. And fine, maybe I eat my words. I doubt it. I think that this is here to stay. I think it's going to keep growing organically, and eventually see this type of thing with other cryptocurrencies, perhaps XRP. How about that? I think so anyway. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!